How can a company make an unfair revenue of Rs 30k crore through a port deal? Let's take a trip back to August 2015, where it all began. The Kerala government and Adani Ports and Private Limited inked a concession agreement for the Vizhinjam International Seaport project. The deal was as clear as crystal, and yet as murky as the depths of the sea it involved. The government agreed to shoulder a whopping 67% of the total investment. Quite a hefty sum, wouldn't you agree? But the real kicker was hidden in the small print. The Adani Group was allowed a 40-year concession period, a whole decade more than what was recommended. This extension may seem insignificant to the untrained eye, but in the world of business, it's a gold mine. It's like being given 10 extra years of monopoly, 10 extra years of unchallenged revenue generation. This agreement, signed under the Congress-led United Democratic Front government, would set the stage for a financial imbalance that would later raise eyebrows. As the details of the agreement unfolded, so did the controversies. The specifics of the deal brought to light several contentious elements, among them the right granted to the Adani Group to mortgage all assets, even those that were government-acquired lands. This provision was a stark departure from the rules established by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. But that wasn't the only point of contention. A last-minute modification in the contract concerning equity support began to raise eyebrows. This change meant that the government would find itself on the hook for paying excess equity support. This wasn't a simple case of additional funding. No, this modification would also lead to the government incurring interest loss. These clauses weren't just controversial for their deviation from standard practices, they were also significant for their financial implications. They set the stage for the Adani Group to rake in an additional revenue of Rs 29,217 crore over a 40-year period. These controversial clauses led to the projection of an additional revenue of Rs 29,217 crore for Adani Group over the 40-year period. The Comptroller and Auditor General (CAG) report tabled in the Kerala Assembly was a game-changer. The report unveiled some rather startling facts about the Vizhinjam International Seaport project. It shows that despite the Kerala government bearing 67% of the total investment, Adani Ports and Private Limited is projected to earn an additional revenue of a whopping 29,217 crores over a 40-year period. Why, you ask? The concession period for the project was extended to 40 years instead of the recommended 30 years. Moreover, the KG report also highlights that the concessionaire, the Adani Group, was given the right to mortgage all assets, including land taken over by the government, which directly contravenes the rules laid down by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Talk about bending the rules. Former Chief Minister Oomen Chandy, however, defended the agreement, stating that the extra concession period was in accordance with the Model Concession Agreement of the Planning Commission of India. But the question remains, was it in the best interest of the state? The KG report shone a light on the potential for a company to make an unfair revenue through a port deal, prompting conversations about transparency and accountability in such agreements.